Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. This is your daily financial news. Yes, daily means daily. So we will do this on Saturday, and a little treat for you, we will be doing it on Sundays. We have a running total of over 1,000 days in a row. We try to go live at 7:30 a.m. every day. So if you want to catch it live, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. After that routing in the stock market on Friday, kind of a couple of rough weeks, I'm hearing more and more investors say things like, I'm not looking at my account. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So I want to remind you of something. I have been there. If you get this book, first, thank you very much. But the journey to one rental at a time, or what has become one rental at a time, starts with me suffering an 80% loss. I too got suckered into thinking I had the magic sauce in the stock market. I too got caught in a bear market. I too got caught in valuations and earnings collapsing and multiples collapsing. So when I've been talking to you over the last month about the dumb money and the smart money, I've been using those names because, sometimes my job is to shock you into taking action, or at least reviewing what is going on in your portfolio. If you didn't do anything and you've suffered losses, again, who am I to speak? I suffered an 80% loss. I lost $150,000, which is more money than my entire family had ever seen. To lose that in a, I don't know what it was, 90-day window is still embarrassing for me to admit. But again, it did set me on a new journey, a new path. If you want to hear about how it worked out, this is the story for you. It's not get rich quick. It's not, but it's get rich for sure. In this book, you will hear about a guy who invested in a market that he didn't know, knew no one, made lots of mistakes, made some great timing as well. So again, get the book. And then, of course, I wrote 15 Conversations with Millionaires because I knew there were other amazing stories out there. So if you have got those books, love a selfie, add them to my wall in the office, and a book review would be great. I would love to see the book reviews on this go over 1,000 this year on Amazon. I think we're in the, I think we might be in the 800s. So if you can help me out, that would be wonderful. So a lot of stuff going on as we head into the weekend. Yes, we will be doing a live Q&A at 8 o'clock or 27 minutes. We will be right back at it. A couple of things that hit me. The NASDAQ, right? Tech stocks mainly. Did you know? I thought these were amazing stats, and I got these from the All In podcast. This morning, I listened to about 20 minutes of it, maybe 30. 45% of the NASDAQ stocks are down greater than 50% this year. 22% of the NASDAQ stocks are down 75% or more. And 5% of the NASDAQ stocks are down 90%. Folks, this is what I've been telling you is the dumb money. Buy the dippers and hodl and all of that. That's a whole mess of pain. So watch out. Another thing that I spoke with Stephen Dow about, I want to give all of my students shout outs. We heard from Stephen Dow about a fellow one rental at a time follower student. His name's Larry. Shout out, Larry. Larry's in a market that has been hot, hot, hot. He found a property that was listed for $750. It had been listed for, I think, 9 days, if I remember the story correctly. The market he's in, Larry's in, that used to be gone like this, quick. Larry did his job. He ran the numbers. He understood average. He wrote an offer that made the deal great. He didn't write it at asking. He certainly didn't write it over. He wrote it at $620,000. That's what I'm talking about. When you do the work, You do the work. You know what average is. You don't. It's not emotional. It's math, people. I am teaching you how to use math and remove emotion from your investing decisions. My asset of choice happens to be rental properties. So what has happened so far? So while we were interviewing Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage, we heard that Larry got a counter at 650. Folks, this is going to happen more and more and more. When you are a one rental at a time student, when you are doing the work, you're going to write great offers. Lots of them will be ignored. Some of them will be countered. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if Larry's accepted or they countered again, but this is what I want to encourage. Do the work. Do the work. Some of you want me to give you a formula. Hey, how much do you offer below asking? That's not how I think. I use the spreadsheet, the same spreadsheet that's in step 1 of the course. That spreadsheet, I give you my spreadsheet. I use that spreadsheet every day. It's simple. It's supposed to be simple. And I put in the numbers. I know what yield I want to expect. And that's my purchase price. We go from there. So folks, we are going to buy some amazing deals. I only want you doing great deals. And as I think I told you on Monday or Tuesday of last week, I am raising my expectations. While we were in a hot, crazy, and stupid market, my average was 6%. So I would do 7s and 8s. I now have raised average to 7% because I don't need to do every deal. I only need to do 2, 3, 4 deals. I have high expectations for what is coming. So Larry, good luck to you. Good luck to all the one rental at a time students doing the work. The market is coming to us. Yes, some of you are in hot markets. If you are in Florida, for example, or Texas markets, man, there's some hot stuff. I think Florida is going to go down as the hottest market, toughest market. But I think lots of the country will be slowing down. Some not yet, maybe Colorado not yet. But yeah, it's coming. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. And I'm excited to be sending out a lot more cards with people doing great deals. I heard something yesterday, one of the talking heads on CNBC or Bloomberg or one of those channels talking about no place to hide. Well, that's not really true. If you were listening to what I am doing and what I've been getting ready for, you can hide in cash. You don't have to be fully invested. This notion of having to be fully invested burns people. Yes, you can come back to me and say, but inflation is eating your cash. Okay, maybe that's an option premium, but let's talk about it, right? This cash is sitting in my account, not to just sit there. It's sitting there waiting to pounce. So yeah, okay, I'll lose 0.5% or whatever to inflation, but I'm going to go get a 20, 30, 40% discount on an asset. It's just an option premium. I would rather be there than be in Amazon yesterday where it went down 14 or 15%. You don't have to be fully invested. And again, remember, I know what it feels like. I lost 80%. So I say this as someone who has a long, deep scar that he will never forget. Next up, we're going to get our 50 basis point move this week, May 4th. I now have changed my opinion about June. I think it was about 10 days ago. I was telling you I'm still convinced it's 50-50. I think it was Wednesday this week. I was like 50-50, but 75 is sneaking in the window. I'm now going to go 50 May 4th, 75 June, was it 14th, 16th, something like that. I think we're going to get a 75 or triple raise in June. So by the middle of June, the Fed funds rate will be at 1.5. I think what the Fed's going to ultimately admit is their first raise of a 1/4 point was a mistake, which I told you it was, and they're going to add that extra 1/4. It should have been 1/2. So 50 here in May, next week, 75% in June. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. Again, Amazon fell Friday 14%, really on slowing growth. Not to be unexpected. We are a consumer-based company, and Amazon of all companies is consumer-based. Yes, they have AWS. Yes, they have cloud. It's an amazing business, still growing at over 30%. So shout out all the AWS employees for just crushing it. But a lot of your revenue, right, collectively under the Amazon umbrella is from us buying those cardboard boxes that have stuff in it. As Wyndham CEO has just told us, leisure travel is off the charts. We're having revenge spending on services or experiences. So stuff, retail, rough. Intel CEO has more bad news for all of us, thinking this inflation is transitory or it's all going to magically get better. Chip shortage will not recover until sometime in 2024 at the earliest. Well, how do you do? Folks, we got to bring more manufacturing home. We got to bring some more manufacturing home. Just have to. I was forwarded an article from one of the followers or daily watchers. Thank you for this. Looks like Dallas, Texas is considering a very California solution. I don't think it's a secret to anyone that California is blue and Texas is red. I don't think it confuses anyone that California adopts some very interesting legislation. Dallas, Texas is considering restricting housing sales to investors, interfering with the markets. That is not a good thing. And it shocked me when I read that article that they are even considering that. On top of that, a lot of Texas investors are getting a nasty property tax bill this year, or property assessment. People have always asked me, why'd you stay in California? Why didn't you go to Texas? You have your answer. I don't like property taxes in Texas are like HOA fees in condos. They're like HOA fees. They can go up, and they go up every year, and they go up sometimes a lot. So that is why, after spending probably $5,000 to $6,000 years ago traveling around Texas, we decided not to go there. We like the stability of Prop 13 in California, which is an amazing vehicle, and meant that property taxes stay low and go up very, very slowly. NASDAQ just suffered its worst month since 2008. Ouch. Not good. One of the things I'm thinking about is Las Vegas, Nevada. I think Las Vegas is going to have one last blowout party, right? We just talked about Amazon stuff in retail going down, but services up. Wyndham CEO again saying, what was this quote? Leisure travel is off the charts. I think Vegas is going to have a great summer, but I wonder what will happen as the recession kicks in. We are going to see a consumer-driven recession, which means discretionary spending is going down, down, down. On top of that, personal savings rate of 6.2% has hit a low we have not seen in a while, which to me means people are dipping into their savings, and it's getting tougher and tougher just to buy food, to buy gas, pay for rent, things of that nature. Next week, when we look ahead, we've got some interesting earnings and a couple of key events. Monday, we start the week with Clorox, right? Is this another stay-at-home stock that just gets wrecked? Tuesday, we got AMD, Airbnb, and Starbucks. I think Airbnb is going to have just a massive story. I think they're going to talk about summer bookings and units and just whatever metrics Airbnb has. I expect them to have an amazing story. Starbucks, what's going on there? What's going on with unions? And, I want to hear once again about China. Remember, Starbucks was the first indication that China was slowing down 6 months ago. So we need to appreciate and hear about that. Wednesday, we got CVS, Moderna, Yum Brands, and, oh, by the way, this little thing called a Fed meeting where we're going to get the 50 basis and Powell will take questions. That is going to be interesting to watch because, again, I just raised my expectation for June to 75 basis points. Thursday, we got DoorDash and Shopify. For DoorDash, I think it might be the reverse of Airbnb. It's like people are actually going to restaurants instead of getting food delivered. DoorDash is so expensive, more people probably are going to grocery stores instead of having stuff delivered. So we shall see. And then Friday, we've got Under Armour, again, retail. It'll be interesting to see what's going on. And the most important number of the week is the employment data that were reported Friday for April. This is the number where we're going to get the monthly unemployment rate. If you watched my 2022 and 2023 whiteboard on the economy, this is where I think you get unemployment falling. It happened last month, called it correctly. I think it falls again. It's at 3.6. I don't know where it goes, 3.4, 3.5, whatever. This month, this report might be the low that I mentioned in my economic review. We are starting to see layoffs. They're very concentrated at this point, but they are real and they are coming. Rental rates, man, rental rates. Just saw this put out by John Burns Real Estate Consulting. If you're not following them on Twitter, you are clearly missing out. Phoenix, 15%. Las Vegas, 14%. South Florida, 13%. The national average, according to John Burns, this is single family homes, almost 11% at 10.9%. Crazy stuff. So as we kind of wrap this up, a couple of things I want to remind you about is investing is hard. The last 2 to 4 years, investing is ridiculously easy. Lots of us probably got a false sense of our abilities. You are now suffering from that, I am sure. What I teach in one rental at a time is what I had to go through after losing 80%. How do you figure out a market you don't know? How do you make wise investments? It takes work, people. It takes work. And one of the things that I think will happen as the stock market and the dumb money continue to get crushed next week, more and more people will turn to one rental at a time in real estate. Fixed rate debt, cash flow day one, after you close 4 deals, you've changed your life. So if you like, subscribe, comment, say hi to me, help me grow the channel, share these links. I will be back at it tomorrow with the daily financial news, not before we do an 8 a.m. 60-minute Q&A. I will see you back here in about 12 minutes. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot. Trick you, psych. Want to congratulate 2 people. Jim and Debbie, congratulations for getting your first deal. And Will, I think this is your 6th deal. So congratulations for getting your next deal. So folks, these cards are for anybody that says one rental at a time helped and you closed a deal. We're getting awful close to 700 people. Keep it up. Keep it up. Send me notes. I need your address. Go, go, go. Take some selfies, encourage, all that stuff. So again, Jim and Debbie and Will, congratulations. Now, bye-bye. Take care.